Hey there, I want to welcome you to another Rise of the 1% episode where you're going to discover the tools, the strategies, the insights to dominate and get to the top 1% of your industry. I am G Bass. And in today's episode, I'm actually going to talk about some lead generation strategies for 2024. I'm going to be talking about some lead generation strategies for 2024. I actually want to share in this episode some things that's actually been working for our business this year in 2024 in terms of lead generation, client acquisition thus far. And also, I want to share some of the things we're helping install in some of our clients' businesses at this time. Now, what I want to speak on first is I talk to entrepreneurs and business owners all the time. And at times, you know, the newer entrepreneur business owners, they're actually like focusing in on just making sure like everything is straight in terms of the foundational aspects of their business. Like, you know, things are structured right in terms of their business, or they're kind of like wrapped around, you know, making sure their website is tight or logos tight and different things of that nature. I will tell you this though, when you are first getting into business, all that's great. Here's the thing though, that's one of the main important factors is getting your first client. That's one of the main important factors. And I don't see a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners, especially beginning stages, putting that as one of the most important factors, because you can have one of the greatest products and services in the world, but if you're not generating any leads or getting any clients for it, you don't necessarily have a business. You're not really serving or helping anyone. So with that said, in this episode, I'm actually going to do a deep dive on some lead generation strategies for business in 2024. So the first thing I actually want to talk about is social media marketing. Social media marketing. I'm actually going to talk about as well the platforms we've been focusing on a whole lot this year, many of our clients, and how you want to look at this when it comes to social media marketing is first, you want to identify, first of all, where your ideal clients will even be hanging out at. Where are your ideal clients hanging out at that you help? That's the first thing. Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Twitter? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they watching videos on YouTube? Are they on TikTok, Pinterest, any of these platforms? Where are they hanging out at? Now, I'm going to tell you in this episode, I'm going to focus mainly on talking about Facebook. I'm going to talk about LinkedIn. I'm going to talk a little bit about YouTube. And I'm also going to talk about a channel we use quite a bit and many of our clients use as well, which is email marketing. So let's talk about Facebook first. So with Facebook, the first thing you want to do with Facebook in terms of using it properly, because it's a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners on Facebook, but sometimes when I look at their profiles, it's not really set up properly. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have a captivating background cover photo. So when it comes to your background cover photo, what we have seen work on Facebook for us is having a background cover photo. It can be a picture of yourself on the background cover photo. It can have your logo on it. And it actually can have a statement of specifically who you serve and how you serve them. That's what's great to have on your background cover photo. Now, I will say this. On my personal Facebook page right now, I actually have a background cover photo of me actually speaking at an event that I hosted some time ago. Now, the reason I have that up on my personal page is because it does represent credibility and authority when people actually land on my page, when they see that I'm speaking in front of rooms and I'm educating and I'm training and I'm helping people. Now, on my business Facebook page, I do have what I just shared with you in terms of it's a background cover photo with my picture on it. It has the logo on it of our company, and it has a statement of who we serve and how we serve them. Many of my team members have that same background cover photo even on their personal pages, and many of our clients as well on their personal background cover photos, because they may not necessarily have a picture of them speaking in front of a room. Now, if you are in a space where speaking in front of a room doesn't really represents a whole lot of credibility or authority, then don't worry about it. You can just use the first example that I used. Okay. Now, the next thing you want to have as well is you want to have a captivating profile picture. Captivating profile picture. So it needs to be a picture of you, not a picture of you and your family. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Here's the thing, though. If you really want to be, represented as a professional in business, I would recommend just a picture of yourself, not a picture of you and your family or kids or your animals and pets and things of that nature. I wouldn't really recommend doing that. I would recommend having a profile picture of yourself, captivating, great headshot, professional headshot, what have you. All right. The next thing is your About Me section. So your About Me section on Facebook, it would be great to have a statement of specifically who you serve and how you serve them. Who you serve, how you serve them. I be seeing at times in people's Facebook profiles, they have all this different stuff on there, like, I'm a dog lover, or all these other type of things that really don't have anything to do with like their business. So you really want to have that statement of who you serve, how you serve them. It's also as well great to have your personal page linked to your business page as well in your About Me section. And just fill out all the necessary information that needs to be in your About Me section. That's what you want to do. Now, once you do that, now we want to talk about the type of postings you want on your page. So you want to use what we call the 4 E's of social media marketing. 4 E's of social media marketing. So the first E is enlightening content. You want to post inspirational content. You want to inspire people. The second E is educational. You want to educate your audience, give them tips, resources, advice, strategies that can help them. Okay, so for instance, if you're like in the health and wellness space, all right, it should be information on your page in reference to health and wellness. I mean, it can be diet plans, it can be meal plans, it could be workout, or just different things around nutrition to help people in terms of health and wellness. I'm just using that as an example. So you want to have that type of stuff on your page or whatever specific to your niche in your industry. The next thing as well, you want to have entertaining / lifestyle content. So you want to have a human element to your page as well, not all business. So, if you're doing things with the family or you're traveling from time to time, different things you may do for hobbies or just enjoying yourself, you can actually post that on your page from time to time as well. And then you want to post engaging content. So you want to post content that actually engages your audience. You can ask them questions to get feedback on certain topics and things of that nature and get them actually commenting on your posts. And then the last thing, this is not actually an E, but it's a bonus, is you want to post testimonials and case studies from clients. You want to post results as you get them, or if you already have them, you can start posting them. So that's really what you want to do in terms of the type of content that you're going to post, and you want to be consistent with it week in and week out. And that's what you want to do. So that's pretty much what you'll do on Facebook. Now, the other platform I told you I was going to talk about as well is LinkedIn. So we're real heavy on LinkedIn this year in 2024. Many of our clients are as well. And so when it comes to LinkedIn, let's talk about how you want to optimize your LinkedIn profile. So the first thing you want to do in terms of LinkedIn is when it comes to your background cover photo on LinkedIn, I would recommend having it different than what I just shared in terms of Facebook. We used to actually have a background cover photo like with the picture and the logo and the statement of who we serve, how we serve them, even over on LinkedIn. We've just found now though on LinkedIn in terms of our connect rates and even reply rates when we're connecting with people on LinkedIn, we just found to just have a standard background cover photo. Like it can be a picture of like your city or your state or your country that you stay in. we've just found that to be a lot better. So even if you look at my LinkedIn profile, you'll see I have a background cover photo of the city of Atlanta, because we've just found that just works a lot better on LinkedIn, because when people land on your LinkedIn page, it just doesn't come off so salesy. On that particular platform, you just get a better response. We've seen from doing some split testing and things of that nature, different background cover photos when it comes to the connect rate, reply rate, terms of messages and things of that nature. So that's what I would recommend. Now, when it comes to your profile picture on LinkedIn as well, just want a great head shot, right? Quality professional head shot. You don't necessarily have to be in a suit on LinkedIn. I think a lot of people think that like you need to be in a suit. I mean, if that's what your industry, that's the way you all present yourself in your industry, I mean, that's fine. You don't have to be in a suit though, if that's not the way you have to present yourself in your industry on LinkedIn. So you can keep that in mind as well. Also in LinkedIn, right up under your profile picture, you should have like, your title or your position with your particular company. It's good as well to have some hashtags as well that will correlate with what you believe your ideal clients may search for on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn as well operates as a search engine. So it's good to have some like hashtags right below, like, your position with your company right up under your profile picture. Another thing too, you'll see like if I was facing my LinkedIn profile this way, over on the right-hand side of the LinkedIn profile, it's good to have a company page as well. You can set that up on LinkedIn. And it's good to have like the logo of your company page, like on the right side. Like I said, if I was looking at my LinkedIn profile this way on the right side, it's good to have like your company page up there. Also, if you went to like any educational institutions, it's good to have that over there as well on LinkedIn. Another thing as well in terms of LinkedIn, I'm just going to go through the basics as well. It's now where you can actually have a featured section of some of your content you want to highlight, things of that nature. I'm not going to go into the specifics of that on this episode. I just want to go over like some of the basics. So the next thing you will want to do as well is your About Me section on LinkedIn. Very, very important. I see so many people with their About Me section on LinkedIn, like they are really making it just all about them. When in reality, you really want your About Me section on LinkedIn to be like a written sales letter. So yeah, when it comes to your About Me section, it actually should be written in a way where it's speaking to the pains, problems, frustrations, and desired outcomes of the market that you serve, and giving some solutions, and then having some type of call to action for them to go over and book a call with you, or they can check out a case study, or they can purchase an ebook, or just go opt in for an ebook if you're giving it away for free, or whatever the case may be. That's really how you want your About Me section written up on LinkedIn. The next thing as well is you want to have your experiences section in terms of the company that you currently have right now, the name of it. Of course, you should have that company page. And it's good as well, of course, to have when you actually started at your company, in terms of starting your company, how long you've been there. And also, it's good as well to have specific skill sets in that experience section as well when it comes to your company as well. And also, it's good to have skill sets even at the top of your LinkedIn page. But down the experience section, it's good to have the skills too. And then, of course, any other companies you may have worked with as well in terms of those company names, how long you were there, and specific skills too. Now, with your company as well, when it comes to your company being at the top of those experiences, it's great as well. If you do have testimonies or case studies, you can actually put those in there too. Like if you have video, case studies, testimonies, results from clients, you can put those in that experience section up under your company as well. So it's great to have that on your LinkedIn profile. Another thing as well is great to get endorsed for specific skill sets as well that you have on LinkedIn. You get others to endorse you for specific skill sets. And also, if any of your clients are on LinkedIn, you can get them to write you up recommendations, or anybody that you connect with on LinkedIn that you just add value to, you can get them to write you a recommendation on LinkedIn as well. That helps with optimizing your profile in the best way as well. So next we're going to talk about YouTube. So YouTube is literally one of the biggest search engines in the world, over 2 billion users that actually use YouTube. And when it comes to YouTube in 2024 right now, more people are actually watching YouTube than actually watching TV. So if you're not really positioning your brand and also the value you have to offer on YouTube, you're doing yourself a big disservice. So when it comes to YouTube, I'm just going to go back to, let's just use the example of health and wellness. If you're in the health and wellness space, what you could do is you can literally start a YouTube channel and you can actually start to create content around health and wellness. Like I say, you can share meal plans, or if you even a type of person that actually cooks, you maybe can even show yourself actually cooking up certain healthy foods and things of that nature as well. If you're a person that, like I say, if you say you was in health and wellness and you was a big person when it comes to getting fit or shedding some pounds and things of that nature, you can actually create videos showing different workouts and things of that nature. And you can actually start to upload them on YouTube. And when it comes to YouTube, it's some key things that make video content become successful on YouTube. For one, the type of title that you actually write up for the actual YouTube video. So it has to be a title that actually captures people's attention, and also a title that you believe your audience or even ideal clients will actually be searching for on the YouTube platform. Specific keywords going through that title. Also, as well, in terms of being successful with putting out YouTube content, is all about how you write up your description. So just giving you some basic knowledge in terms of writing up your description. There's some advanced strategies as well, but just going to talk about some basics. Pretty much, of course, writing up in your description, of course, what the video is about. And also you can have in the description who you serve, how you serve them. If you have some type of mission you're looking to accomplish, you can put that in there as well. If as well you want to direct them over to some type of case study video, or if you have a value video or some type of ebook, or you have a free course online or some type of article report, something like that that you may want to direct them over to, you can put that link in the description as well to lead them over there. Also, you can have links as well over to your different social media channels. Even outside of YouTube, you can put all that in the description. And also, when you write up a description as well, it's great to have specific keywords in the description that you believe your audience or, your ideal clients actually be searching for on YouTube as well. And then pretty much the last thing I would speak on is tags. So when it comes to actually as well getting your YouTube videos going, you have to put tags as well. So you will want to put tags around specific keywords, once again, that you believe your audience and ideal clients will actually be searching for on YouTube. So this actually helps with search engine optimization. As people are searching on YouTube for specific content, they can find your content, come across it, consume it, and potentially end up going through a funnel of yours, taking a look at, like I say, your value video, case study video, maybe potentially scheduling a call with you, right? Or any other type of lead magnet you may have in that description. Now, the bonus I speak on is you definitely want to as well make sure that you have a very captivating YouTube video. That's another thing as well. Now, in the beginning stages of me doing YouTube videos myself, I could tell you my videos didn't have the best quality and editing and all that type of stuff. I actually used to film my own YouTube videos right off of a webcam on my laptop, and I would just shine a light in my face, a lamp. That's literally what I used to do in the beginning stages. So I know sometimes people give excuses on I can't get something going because I don't have this professional setup. I didn't start off that way. You can actually even go over to my YouTube channel, Gerald Bass, and go look at a lot of my older YouTube videos from years ago, and you'll see where I started from. Wasn't very professional, but at the end of the day, I was adding a lot of value. I was educating, and I built up an audience, and people got a lot of out of the videos, and I did get clients from those videos as well over the years. So you don't have to start off that way as well. I mean, I use my cell phone in the beginning stages as well when it came to shooting YouTube content at times. And now, yes, we do use professional cameras and lights and things of that nature because I've been doing this for several years now. So I invested over time into getting more professional stuff. But in the beginning stages, you don't have to have that. Okay, so really just keep that in mind in terms of YouTube. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is really how would you syndicate in terms of getting traffic to that YouTube video. So what we do these days is we'll take a segment from the YouTube video and we'll actually create a reel. Okay, we'll create a reel and we'll create that reel on Facebook. We also create reels on Instagram, and we'll take a clip as well and even post it on LinkedIn. So we literally syndicate the reel content across the different platforms. So it's basically a short clip of a segment of the video that's educating, giving some value, pulling the audience in. And typically, if they want to watch the whole video, the link to the video will actually be in the comment section of the reel. So they actually could click on that link, go over to YouTube, watch the whole video. A lot of times too, we even take those short clips and we'll throw them up in Facebook stories, Instagram stories as well. And it's the same thing. The call to action to be if they want to watch the whole video, they could go over and watch it by clicking the link. Okay. Or we'll just tell them to go over to the YouTube channel. We'll give them the name of the YouTube channel, like if it's on Facebook or something like that, and they can just go over and watch the whole video. So that's what we do. And also we typically will put those reels on our business pages on Facebook, and also repost on LinkedIn on our company page. Also as well, we would typically put the YouTube video in our Facebook group and community. And at times, even in Facebook groups and communities where our ideal clients are hanging out at. We'll just actually put just YouTube clip in there, right? The YouTube video, the whole video, okay? Because it's a value add to the group and the community. So these are some ways you can get traffic. Now, it's another way you can get traffic too, and I'm actually about to get ready to go into that now, which is another channel we leverage and a lot of our clients leverage as well in 2024 is email marketing. Email marketing. So if you're not growing a subscriber list of emails you're doing yourself and your business, a huge disservice. Because the thing about it is, we don't own any of the social media platforms. We don't own them. So your biggest asset that you own is really your email list, which is typically off of social media. So you have to be growing an email list. Now, it's a lot of different ways to grow an email list. Just going back to even when I was talking about the 4 E's of social media marketing, when I was talking about putting out educational content, valuable content, you can do that in the form of those reel clips that I was just talking about, or you can write up value-based posts and use images as well at times that correlate with the post that you actually wrote up. And at times in those educational posts, you can do CTAs. You can do CTAs, which is call to actions, for those that are actually reading the post or that, of course, consume the content or what have you, whatever type of content you put out, video content, whatever the case might be, you could give a CTA at times for them to actually go over and opt in for some type of lead magnet. Right? So a lead magnet is basically something of value that you actually can offer to your audience in exchange for capturing their information, getting their data, which is typically name, email, and phone number in 2024. Okay. So like I said, if you was to write up some type of value-based post, let's say, for instance, you're in financial literacy, you educate people on how to get better in terms of their finances or how to get access to capital to grow their business, how to avoid having to pay so much in taxes or whatever the case may be. You would create postings on social media, right? You can write up postings, and like I said, you can use images from time to time that'll correlate with the post that draw people in. And at the end of that post, give them a CTA to say, hey, if you want more information on what you just wrote up in terms of the tips and strategies you shared in the post, then I'm going to drop a link in the comments of a case study that goes a lot more deeper into what I just shared in the post. So they go down in the comment section, they click on that link, it should take them over to an opt-in page with some type of compelling headline on it that's centered around your particular lead magnet. And if they want access to your case study, they give you their name, email, phone number. Now they go over and watch the case study. Now they go into your email list. So they can watch the case study video, and after they watch the case study video, you may have a call to action for them to book a call if they want further assistance and help, let's say with solving their problems in terms of their finances. You will have a percentage of people at times, especially if you have a great case study video, that will go on and just book a call. It could potentially become a client of yours. But for those that don't, click that button to become book a call. Then now they're on your email list, and now you can have either email follow-up, like automated email follow-up series go out to them over a series of days that could just educate them a little bit more, maybe show some more proof of you actually helping clients get results and giving call to actions for them to still book that call. And you will get people at time that will do that. But for those that don't book that call still within that series of days of those follow-ups, they're still on your list. So you still have to nurture them. This is what a lot of people don't do. You still have to nurture them. So how you do that is through what we call email broadcasts, where you pretty much should be emailing your list frequently throughout the week. And what should you be emailing your list? Inspirational type content, educational type content, entertaining type content from time to time with education, testimonials, case studies, results. That's what you should be doing. What is a form of educational content? Let's go back to the YouTube video. The YouTube video is a form of educational content. Now you can send your YouTube video out to your email list on a weekly basis. If you're doing a YouTube video, let's say once a week. That's how you drive traffic back to the YouTube video. And at times people consume your YouTube video. They want further information and education. Down in your description, you should have a link for them to go over, and they can schedule a call with you, or they can take a look at a value video or go into a case study video or something like that down in your description of your YouTube video. That's how you get them going through what we call your funnel. These are things you really want to be doing in 2024. Okay, so that's pretty much what I speak on in terms of email marketing as of right now. I'm going to circle back around and talk a little bit more about it. But now, though, that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, what I want to talk about next, because a lot of people believe that they can literally just build their business off referrals or just like posting on social media from time to time, and they just believe they're just going to grow their business with people just reaching out to them all the time, just getting inbound leads. That would be great in a perfect world, but we're not in a perfect world. So with that being said, for those that I know that have grown humongous businesses, big revenue, big profit, big impact, they have outbound systems in place in their business. So now that's what I want to talk about. This is the big elephant in the room that a lot of people don't like to address because they just want inbound leads. It's not going to happen if you really want to grow a real big business. You can study some of your biggest companies in the world. Companies like Salesforce. Companies like HubSpot. You can study some of your biggest companies in the world. I'm talking about multi-billion-dollar companies. They have outbound sales teams. So let's talk about it. So let's talk about my favorite right now in terms of outbound first, which is LinkedIn. We use this. Many of our clients use it. So when it comes to LinkedIn, we use the premium version of LinkedIn, which allows us to use a tool called Sales Navigator. So with Sales Navigator, what's very unique about it, and it's people that have Sales Navigator, but they don't know how to use it right. Like our team is experts at this. We spent some years now getting this thing all the way tight in terms of the understanding and the level of mastery of it. So when it comes to Sales Navigator, you can actually search up your prospects based off specific keywords that go through their LinkedIn profile. Now, I will tell you this. LinkedIn is great for B2B. It's people that use it as well for B2C, for like strategic partnerships, things of that nature. So it's not just B2B, but it is big for B2B as well. So I will say this. Yes, you can search up your prospects based off specific keywords going through their LinkedIn profile. You can search them up based off of how they're connected with you on LinkedIn. So it's called first degree connections, second degree connections, third degree connections. Right? So are they directly connected with you, or are they connected with you through someone else, like mutual? Right? So you can search them up based off that. You can search them up based off of industry they're in. You can search them up based off their geographical location. You can search them up based off of what they identify themselves as in their company in terms of their title. You can search them up based off of how many years of experience, how long they've been with the company, when they started the company, how many years they've been in business. You can search them up based off of company size, how many employees they have. You also can even search them up based off of LinkedIn groups and communities that they're in. And you can even filter it down to people that are the most active on LinkedIn. And you can actually take this list and you can connect with these people. Now, you can connect with them after you save the list in Sales Navigator. You can connect with them manually. Right, by just manually sending them a connection request and they accept. You can manually send them a connection message just to connect. It's not to sell or spam them. You can't do that. It's people that do it. You can't do it that way. Now, I'm going to tell you the approach we use, and a lot of our clients use in 2024, is we actually have a tool in the system we use that helps automate some of those processes. So what we typically do is we'll take the list of those prospects, we load them up into an auto connection software we use, and we'll craft the messages that actually can go out to those prospects. Like I say, the messages are not intent to sell. They're there to connect, build actual genuine relationship and rapport with the person. And once we craft those messages and we hit go on the auto connection software, it starts to automate the connections going off of the LinkedIn page. And as those people or business owners actually accept the connection request, they automatically get a connection message on complete autopilot. Okay, so this is automated. You don't even have to be on LinkedIn. And what happens is once they respond to the connection message, I have a team, of course, and we even help our clients with this as well in terms of inbox management now, is someone goes into the inbox, has a conversation with that person, builds some rapport, the relationship, see if it's a way actually can help them. And if so, you move the conversation from online to offline to what we call a 15-minute discovery call. That's typically how that goes. Okay. Now, if they don't respond to the connection message, they typically get automated follow-ups, let's say over 4 or 5 days or so, just to attempt to get them to respond. And also with our system as well, even if they're not responding on LinkedIn, we actually hook this system up to a CRM, which is a customer relationship management system. So even if they're not responding on LinkedIn, what we do then is we have them go into an automated email and SMS follow-up campaign. And we do get people that respond through email or SMS. So the process when it comes to LinkedIn is, like I say, if they have an interest, they're put into a 15-minute discovery where pretty much a little bit more rapport is built, and also just qualifying the lead. Being they're qualified, they typically set into a second call, which could be a strategy session, a consultation, or a sales call. And what happens is between the discovery and that second call, we typically, ourselves or even our clients, send over to the potential client. We call it a pre-selling mechanism, which can be a value video, a video sales letter, a case study. It can be your website, written sales letter, whatever the case may be. You send it over. They actually consume that content before the second call. So by the time they come on the second call, they're pretty much already pre-sold on the offer and they're ready to become a client. So that's typically how that works on LinkedIn. And it helps as well in your pre-selling mechanism if you have proof of concept, success stories, testimonials, what have you. Now, I'm going to talk about Facebook outreach. So with Facebook outreach, because this is a platform we used for many years before we started to go heavy on LinkedIn, and did very well in business. Many of our clients as well have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars on Facebook through our strategies. So with Facebook, what we do is you identify Facebook groups where your ideal clients can be hanging out at. We call it leveraging OPT, which is other people's traffic. So you find those groups and you join the groups. Now, when you join the groups, you don't go in the group and you don't spam your products and services. You go in the group and you see if you can add value. Remember I talked about like your YouTube video, that could be content or any type of educational content that you can actually post in the group. And I recommend not having CTAs on any content you're posting in the group. Yeah, just put the content in the group. And as well, another thing to do is just join in on conversations that's already happening within the group. And just like position yourself as that trusted advisor, that expert authority in the space. And what you'll see is people actually want to go over and shoot you a friend request and want to go into your network. And typically when they do that, now they're going to be consuming your content that's actually going through your page. All right. And just pretty much become a raving fan of your content or end up hitting you up, wanting to learn more from you, wanting to hop on a call or seeing some of your educational posts as well, going over, opting in for a case study or scheduling a call, what have you. Or if you have on your background cover photo, because this is actually what we have, like I know I have it on my business page cover photo, but some of my team members have it on their cover photo, and a lot of our clients do. If they have a Facebook group as well on the background cover photo, you can even have on there, if they want to join your Facebook group on your background cover photo, your Facebook page, to click through the background cover photo, and they can go over to a link for your Facebook group if you already have your own community and join that community, right? So now they're a part of your community and your ecosystem. Okay, so that's what you could do there. Now, if it's a group as well that does not mind you networking, okay, this is where outbound comes into play. You can actually connect with people in the group, as long as they don't mind you networking in the group. And what you'll want to do is you don't want to just start messaging people that are within the group that you may want to connect with. Go over, look at their page. You see some interesting things on their page that you genuinely like. You can start to engage on some of their posts, like genuinely engage on some of their posts. And then from there, you can shoot them a friend request. You only want to do this to people that have mutual friends with you, by the way, or else you may get put in Facebook jail. So you want to make sure they have mutual friends, shoot them a friend request. And then when they accept the friend request, you connect with them in a messenger with a simple connection message. Just connecting. No intent to sell, none of that. just having some genuine conversations, just start to build some rapport, build a relationship. And yeah, if there's any way you can help them as you go through that conversation, then yeah, move the conversation from online to offline into a call. So that's a way you actually can do manual outbound. Now, we have a system we use for Facebook that actually automates messages on Facebook as well. So in those groups, instead of having to manually outreach, what we do is we have a system that actually automate connection messages going out. Once they respond, like I say, building a rapport, seeing if there's any way you can help, if so, booking the calls. If they don't respond, automated follow-ups. So it just depends on how you want to do it. We just find automation saves a lot more time than manually having to reach out. You just do it the way that suits best for you. So that's pretty much how we leverage outbound on Facebook. Now, another thing I want to speak on in terms of lead generation in 2024 is doing weekly live streams or webinars. This is key. Okay. Now, I want to explain to you what we've been doing in terms of live streams pretty much weekly this year in 2024, and we got a lot of our clients getting into it as well, is we have our own Facebook group and community. So if you don't have a Facebook group and community, you may look to start one this year in 2024. And I could tell you, with having your own Facebook group and community is definitely great if you're building a group, a community for the particular people that you want to add value to. And of course, you have a purpose behind why you're actually creating a group or community, which should be to educate. Now, another thing too with building group and community very quickly is it allows you to get feedback from your market. Because one thing about Facebook groups as well is you can actually structure membership questions. So you can structure those questions in a way where people can actually tell you, you know, where they currently are right now, right? What they may be looking to accomplish, what some of their challenges, things of that nature. They actually can have answers to questions in the membership questions to give to you before they actually join the group. So this is actually giving you feedback from your particular market, right? On how you can better even serve your particular market or what have you, or even the type of things you should be sharing in your group or community, the type of content you should create, things of that nature. You have a product or service, how you can even make that better. And it allows you as well to vet who you want into your group and who you don't want in your group, right? Based off how they answer those questions. So it's great to have a Facebook group or community in 2024 if you don't have one. Now, I will say, getting back to the top of the live streams and webinars, what we do is we go live once a week in our Facebook group this year, right? In one of our groups that we have, particularly. We have another group as well, and we do lives in there, and sometimes we run replays in there. But as one of our groups, we go live every single week. And you go live around specific topics that can actually help your group. You share tips, advice, strategies, resources that can help your group on a weekly basis. At the same time, though, you as well can share what you do and how you help your clients. And if you have any case studies or testimonies you showcase, you can do those on the lives. And at the end, give a CTA for those that are on the live. Hey, if you want further assistance, you can book a call with me. Drop your link to your calendar in the comment section, or drop a link to a case study video if you want to direct them to a case study video, or if you have an ebook or whatever the case may be, right? Just drop it in the comment section. Now, what we do is we go live in our Facebook group, and then we also go live on LinkedIn at the same time. Okay, we actually use a platform called StreamYard to actually do that. So we go live on Facebook, LinkedIn, same time, because our audience is on both platforms. So, and I'm talking about the Facebook group, not on the actual public page. Okay, so that's something you can do this year in terms of 2024. And what you can do as well is when you're going to be going live, you can promote it on your actual Facebook page or your LinkedIn page or what have you. Let people know you're going to be going live. They can join the group if they want to join in on the live, or on LinkedIn, they can pretty much RSVP to the event and share it around with others as well. Another thing you can do though is you can email your list. You've been growing the email list, email your list and let them know you're going to be going live on a specific day, time, covering these topics. Right? And with this particular topic, this is what you're going to be covering on there. And they can go over and join the group if they haven't joined the group, or they got RSVP, like I said, on LinkedIn, or what have you if you leverage a LinkedIn for your event. Then you can go live on LinkedIn. And this is how you get more people to show up. And this is how you add more value to your email list as well. So this is some things you could do. And it's the same thing if you're doing webinars. It's pretty much the same format what I just shared in terms of how you would do a live on Facebook or LinkedIn. It's just typically with a webinar, you'll get people to register through a specific registration page for the webinar, and they actually go on your email list for register for that particular webinar. You should have a list segmented for people registered for that particular webinar. They'll go on your list. And pretty much from there, you'll want to have reminders going out to them through email as well that, of course, the webinar is coming up. And typically you'll do a webinar on like Zoom, right? You'll do a webinar and you'll do it in the same format that I just explained when it comes to if you was going to go live on Facebook or LinkedIn, the same format, same type of framework. Same type of framework. Typically on a webinar though, if you're going to be offering if you have like a high ticket product or service, after you educate in terms of sharing any tips, advice, insights, strategies, resources, showing some proof, case studies of what you're teaching actually working for others. Typically your CTA on the webinar, being you offering something high ticket, will be for them to book a call. Okay, so that's how that works. So these are just some strategies I want to talk about today on this podcast episode in terms of lead generation strategies for 2024. And all the strategies I pretty much shared were strategies where you literally can implement without even having to spend money on paid advertising. So my thing is, I would recommend in 2024 to grow your company revenue. If it's not already at 20K to 50K plus a month, get it there without paid ads. You can do it with the strategies I just shared. And then if you want to layer on paid advertising and scale even more, let's say you want to get up to 75, 100K plus a month, and you want to layer on paid ads to do that, then you can. Or you can just continue to scale organically. I know business owners doing over $100,000 a month in company revenue without paid ads. So it just depends on your particular business model and how you want to scale your business. Those are strategies that I actually wanted to share in this particular podcast episode. I definitely hope you got some value out of it. I would love to hear your biggest takeaways in the comment section if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to this on Apple or Spotify, because we are on Apple or Spotify, the Rise of the 1% podcast, we're on Apple or Spotify. You can find us over there if you like to listen to audio, let's say while you're riding in your car or you're working out in the gym or whatever the case may be. You can look us up on Apple or Spotify. And if you're listening over there, definitely leave us a review. I'd love to hear your biggest takeaways over there as well if you're listening to the audio. And also as well, if you're listening to us on YouTube, you got value, make sure you bang that like button. Bang that subscribe buttons. Be dropping a lot more valuable episodes just like this. Also, feel free to share this around with anyone else you feel could benefit, whether it's YouTube, Apple, or Spotify. And if you listen to this on Apple or Spotify as well, and you got a ton of value out of it, make sure you give us a 5-star rating. Also, if you're a Black coach, consultant, course creator, service-based business provider, and you're looking for strategies to be able to pack your calendar with qualified appointments this year in 2024 and be able to scale your business up to that 20K to 50K month level in under 60 days without paid ads, it'll actually be a link in the description to a free case study that actually will walk you through step by step. I walk you through step by step exactly on how to do that, the strategies on exactly how to do that and how many of our clients have actually did it. Okay, so you can definitely click the link in the description. You can go over and check that out. With that said, this is G Bass with the Rise of the 1%. We'll see you on next episode. Have a phenomenal day on purpose.